Hi, I'm Angel, and today I will be reviewing the teenage romantic movie of 2018, Love, Simon. The movie is directed by Greg Berlanti, who is actually a huge producer of Marvel TV shows like Arrow and Supergirl and The Flash. This guy is a Marvel guy, so kind of weird to go from Marvel to teenage John Hughes-esque movies, but why not? If you were like me, you love romantic comedies, you love high school love stories, kind of John Hughes, but I'm not huge on the John Hughes because representation. I couldn't really identify with them so much, the characters, but I could still appreciate a teenage movie featuring teenagers with personality. John Hughes was ahead of his time and appreciated by teens of his generation, American teens. I don't know about internationally, but American teens at least. And obviously, I haven't been in high school in over a decade, so I haven't really seen many teenage high school movies. I did see 17 again when it came out because it was, Zac Efron, Chandler. I had to see it. But if I have to say the last teenage love story that really impacted me, was it The Notebook? The one I'll always remember is A Walk to Remember. That was my movie. There were other ones. I think Easy A is also a really good one. Anyways, basically, if you're like me, you like these kind of stories that make you feel young again, that make you dream. You want to see people falling for each other, puppy love, first love, all that stuff. Mushy gushy, romantic, and happy. Love, Simon is one of those movies. I loved it. Loved it so much. I was screaming at the end. I was cheering throughout the movie. I had tears in the tear engineering scenes because I have a heart. It was such a wonderful, wonderful, cute, precious movie. Obviously, I'm not a gay kid, but it's still super relatable, and I think that goes to the power of storytelling and representation and diversity. I guess growing up, most movies didn't represent people that look like me, that act like me, that feel like me. Girls that are a little more on the boyish side, but still girly. Mixed girls, international kids living in the US. There's still kind of missing representation for my people, but I got y'all's. I'm working on it. All that to say that I'm used to seeing movies about other types of lives, other experiences. It's either the dorky white American kids or the jock white American kids or the outcast white American kids. They're usually the stars of these kind of movies. Not that this is so different, but at least we have a gay kid. So the story isn't just about high school romance, it's also a coming of age, coming out story. But it isn't artsy like Call Me By Your Name, for example, that also recently came out and is great, but it feels European and artsy and way too sexual for my taste. This is the kind of thing I like. That's cute, that's sweet, you're just like, so excited. That makes you feel young and innocent, and I love it. It also focuses more on the characters as people. They aren't perfect in who they aren't caricatures. Simon isn't your perfect victim. The gay character can be flawless and always picked on and bullied just because he's gay and he's done nothing to ask for this and he is just so kind and generous and perfect. No, Simon is a kid. He's a teenager. He's figuring things out. He makes mistakes. I love that there are layers to his character. And not just his character, but the characters around him are all layered. And that was very refreshing and interesting because then you can really love this movie for telling a story, not just for fighting for a cause. I think all the performances were wonderful. I think Josh Duhamel and Jennifer Garner as parents, I don't know. It felt way too Hollywoody. Are there parents like that? Like perfect and beautiful and just, I don't know that I've ever seen parents like that, but maybe they exist. They're just underrepresented. They acted really sweetly and their characters were also nuanced. I didn't always understand some of their reactions. Maybe I'll get into it in a very quick spoiler segment at the end of this video. Overall, everyone did a fantastic job. Really good performances. Nick Robinson, boy, was on my radar when I saw Everything. I was like, whoa, who is this kid? He was very captivating. He was very sweet. Obviously, teenage heartthrob material. Seeing him in this movie, again, bringing it, I thought, oh my gosh, you know what? This is an actor I'm going to keep my eye on. I was impressed with his performance, and I think that he has what it takes. He's got that je ne sais quoi to take his career far. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Nick Robinson. Mr. Robinson, I'm watching you. It doesn't hurt that he has a killer smile. He should keep smiling, like, all the time. My girl Katherine Langford was in the movie, aka Hannah Baker from 13 Reasons Why. Love that girl. Gonna review this show. I don't know if I'm posting the review before or after this video. I love this actress. I don't know why. She's very captivating. She's very natural. She's very real, authentic. I love just watching her. So even though she had a supporting character role, it was so enjoyable to see her on the screen, and I wanted more from her character, more presence, more time, more interactions with Simon. And Natasha Rothwell, who I know from Insecure, HBO's show, she plays a teacher or school administrator, I think a teacher, at this high school, and she is fantastic. She is so funny and so real. There's a pivotal scene with her, and she makes this speech to a couple of boys in high school, and it's like the speech that every youngin' would wish to someday make to a bunch of hooligans one day, you know. Loved it. Just loved her. Love her. Logan Miller plays Martin. Special character, but nuanced. I'll talk more about this actor and his performance in the spoiler segment, but I just wanted to say that this actor brought it in the sense that whatever his character needed to be, it was. And then some. He's got the makings of a comedian, this one, so one to watch. His face also reminds me of a mashup of Robin Williams and Dave Coulier. So, comedian, as I said. There you have it, wrapping up. Loved Simon, loved Simon, loved it! I really think, like I said, if you like these kind of movies, these kind of innocent teenage love stories, you will like this. If you like good storytelling. Sometimes it's a bit cheesy, yes, sometimes it's a bit over the top. It's still a teenage movie. It's not perfect, but it is enjoyable and it is fun. And if you let yourself fall into the story and go with it, you're really gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna go into the spoilers now really quick, but if you have to go now, that's cool. Before you go, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and sharing is caring. See you soon. The spoils. Alright, I just quickly wanted to talk about the coming out of Simon. Apparently the movie is based on a book, so it could explain why some of the reactions were questionable. But then again, it's not my reality, so I can't comment upon it that much. I still just find it so weird how people get all sensitive about somebody coming out. I don't know if it's still the experience today in 2018. I guess it depends where you are in the world, obviously. Maybe I'm just really fortunate to have grown up in a very multicultural environment, very open-minded family, and around good influences, because my two little brothers growing up, I told them, it doesn't matter who you like, as long as you're a good person. You can tell me about anything, whether you want to bring home a guy or a girl. You can talk to me about it. If I had a kid coming out to me, I would just be like, okay, you like girls, you like guys, I don't care. You're not going to like anyone until you leave the house and turn 18, and then you can legally raise your own babies. If anything, if I had a gay son, I would be happy, because I'd be like, okay, whew. So no pregnancy scares. If I had a gay daughter, same reaction. Whew. No pregnancy scares. I wouldn't cry about it. Don't know how to look at you anymore. It's so different. What has changed, really? It's not my life. I'm not going to be dating whoever they're dating. So what do I care? As long as I'm raising a good human being who acts like a good person in the world. When his sister came to him and she was all sensitive, like she found out he had AIDS or something. Okay, maybe she was emotional about the way that boy was revealed, I guess, or outed. But to cry about it, I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? It's not like, first of all, it's not about you. And second of all, I was like, why are you acting like he's sick or he has terminal disease? Like, just tell him, oh, I heard. I had no idea. I don't care. All right, so are you still gonna help me make that creme brulee tonight or not? Because that's all I need to know. And Martin, the way he outed him, he said like, oh, you know, I didn't have any problems with you. I was just trying to take the heat off of me. He was saying some pretty vulgar, nasty things in there about Simon, like, go see him if you want to get sodomized or whatever. It wasn't just, oh, hey, everybody, by the way, this Simon character is gay. Let's stop talking about Martin. Own your ish, Martin. Own your ish. That's what I'm saying. He was really good at playing a detestable character. And I understand he's a complicated kid. I admire his confidence, but he exhibited some very dark, very unappealing, unlikable traits. And when Simon's mom cried, I didn't understand exactly why she was crying. Was she crying because her son felt like he couldn't come to them with who he was, like he's been hiding a part of himself from them his whole life? Did she cry because he was afraid of them? I could understand that, you know, I would be hurt too. I'd be like, I thought I made it clear to you, my children, that I'm very open and I'm always here for you and you don't have to hide who you are around me. Like she said, you can exhale now. I was like, aren't you a psychologist? Shouldn't you be handling this better? But the reality is that all teenagers keep things from their parents. I know I kept quite a few things from my parents. Still have to this day. It's just how it is. And I think it's part of growing up is having that little piece of you that remains yours, you know? Not this huge a piece, not like who you feel you are or how you're gonna live your life, but a few small secrets like who your crush is at school. It's part of figuring out who you are in a way, and sometimes teenagers need that space to figure that out on their own. I love that they also had an openly gay character on the show to show nuance, to show variety. And the end, oh my god, the Ferris wheel, that was so cute! I was on the edge of my seat, just hoping he would show up, and I knew it was Bram or Bram. I felt like, that moment in the bedroom, I think he was trying to conform to society and he was being confused. But there was just something between them and I wanted it to be him. I also wanted it to be the Waffle House guy because of the way they were just looking at each other, but I really wanted it to be Bram, and it was. So, happiness I screamed. I was so giddy and happy. By the way, I want to talk about, it's kind of weird to cast Nick Robinson as Simon because he's not gay in real life. First of all, that's just heartbreaking to all of the little gay guys who watch this movie and they finally have an actor to swoon over and that they can picture themselves with, and it's like, no. Keiynan, I think, the actor who plays Bram, is gay, so you guys can swoon over him. Also, I was thinking this is a great character to give a gay actor, just to move diversity in Hollywood forward and to give opportunities to those who don't usually get them. But it is what it is, and Nick did a great job, so I'm not taking it away from him in any way. I'm just saying it was an interesting choice. Then again, you don't want people to be hired because of a certain characteristic. Real diversity and equality means neutrality in a way, that people get hired because of their skills or what they can bring and not just because they're black, they're white, they're gay, they're this, they're that, you know? However, there needs to be a balance. See, I'm debating. There still needs to be a balance, you know? If you're telling a certain kind of story, authenticity also matters in storytelling, and it's nice to have somebody who can actually put their own experience into a character. What do you think? Your turn to talk about Love, Simon. Comment section below, you know what to do. Before you go, please like this video, subscribe to Music Game News if you haven't already, turn on that notification bell, and don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you très soon. Love, M. Angel.